9-year-old girl April carries her family on her back over 425 pounds in Muscle Beach, California, 1945. A pair of buskers dressed as the Twin Towers at the Twin Towers, 1993. Marlene Dietrich serving on the front lines in World War II, entertaining troops and fighting Nazis, 1942-45. Nuclear bomb recovered off the Spanish coast after the crash of a B-52 bomber on January 1966 in Palomares, Spain. On the USS Petrel off the Mediterranean coast of Spain, April 1966. Finnish sentry trolling Soviet snipers in World War II. Brad Pitt, born in 1977. A break on the set of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Morgan Freeman as an airman first class in the 1950s, decades before the world knew him. Digging out at Bodie, California in March of 1911. United States President Franklin Delano Roosevelt and British Prime Minister Winston Churchill with their staff at Casablanca, 1943. Swedish starlet Anita Strindberg in 1972. A Swedish activist, Elin Wagner, stands in front of a stack of signatures on a petition demanding women have the right to vote. Adam West and Yvonne Craig, Batman and Batgirl, 1968. Polish amateur radio station, 1939. A brewer and a pet raven at a London brewery. Brewers keep ravens for good luck and good beer, 1934. Diana, wearing protective body armour and a visor, visits a minefield being cleared by the Charity Halo in Huambo, Angola. Her 1997 visit brought international attention to the issue. A child was born, a father pictured giving his newborn child thumbs up from outside a window. Soviet Union, 1977. Jane Mansfield in the Mirror, 1953. Political literature seized by Boston police during the Palmer raids to suppress left-wing dissidents, 1919. Muhammad Ali with 2-year-old Dave Chappelle and his brother William Chappelle, 1975. Couple of cool kids having fun enjoying an early 1920s radio show. A group of British spiritualists attempt to levitate a table at a meeting in 1934. J.K. Rowling with the first published Harry Potter novel, 1997. Dolly Parton and Mick Jagger backstage after Parton's concert at the Bottom Line in New York City on May 14, 1977. Dolores Costello, a famous American actress who was called the Goddess of Silent Cinema. Piles of German helmets surrendered after Axis surrender circa May 10, 1943. A boy gets a haircut at a barbershop, 1963. Sammy Man struggling with his reindeer, Finland, 1949. A busy road leading to the Woodstock Festival, 1969. Red Army soldiers robbing Simonov Monastery in Moscow, Soviet Union, 1925. A British soldier shares a moment with a cat in the snow, Noulette, France, 1917. Shortly after quitting her job in a factory, Norma Jean Mortensen tried modelling in California, 1946. LBJ visiting Eisenhower at Walter Reed after Ike's 7th heart attack in 1968. President Eisenhower arriving at Bagram Airfield, Afghanistan, 1959. Group of unidentified indigenous Maori girls laughing, photograph taken by Samuel Heath Head, circa 1910. Even with a lawnmower in line, the United States fuel crisis of 1973. A police officer wearing a gas mask during a gas drill taken on September 28, 1938 in London, United Kingdom, during the Munich crisis, when the threat of war and aerial bombing was high. San Francisco's iconic Cliff House, shortly before it was destroyed by fire in 1907. The Christmas Truce, World War I. From December 24th to December 26th, 1914, 100,000 troops from both sides laid down their guns to celebrate Christmas. Gillian Anderson in the April 1996 issue of FHEM. Beachwear 1945 to 1950. French wrestlers practice at the gym 1900, glass negative. On the set of the film Titanic, 1996 or 1997, Mexico. School children's class in Gun Safety, Indiana, 1956. Mother and her children on a fire escape at 59 Norfolk Street, New York. In the dreadful heat of a New York summer, sleeping on the fire escape might be the only way to catch a breeze, 1927. Chief John Smith was an Ojibwe Chippewa Indian who lived in the area of Cass Lake, Minnesota. He died in 1922 at the alleged ripe old age of 137. During the 1999 Le Mans race. Young starlet Audrey Hepburn, early 1950s. Amelia Earhart in Southampton on June 26, 1928, after her transatlantic flight on the Friendship. Kodak folding pocket camera, produced from 1903 to 1915. Debbie Harry 1985s. Anne Frank in a pre-war school photo in the early 1940s. The pyrocumulus cloud from the Halifax explosion, captured about 20 seconds afterward, on December 6, 1917, the largest non-nuclear man-made explosion. Messerschmitt Kabinenroller microcar, Germany, 1954. Soviet officials view the remains of cosmonaut Vladimir Komarov after the Soyuz 1 crash, USSR, April 1967. The first man to walk on the moon, Neil Armstrong, with the first woman to fly in space, Valentina Tereshkova, in Star City, Moscow, 1970. Rural Egyptian women collecting drinking water, early 1900s. A 14-year-old girl getting her hair straightened with an iron before a night out with friends, 1964. Mr. Glory Hole beauty contest winner, 1970s. House pages carry a wounded member of Congress to a waiting ambulance after terrorists opened fire inside the United States House of Representatives, March 1, 1954. Slovak crime boss Mikulas Mickey Cernak with his pet tiger. 1990s, Cernak is serving life imprisonment for killing at least 30 unknown number people. Al Pacino's childhood photo with his parents, 1940. World War I Imperial Russian soldier playing music for his comrades in a trench at the Riga front, 1917. Before reliable alarm clocks, knocker-ups walked the streets, tapping on windows to wake people for work. This photo is from the 1930s. Four-year-old bartender Sloppy Joe Jr. at the counter of his father's famous bar, Havana, Cuba, 1931. Troops from Indonesia are pointing their guns at civilians during Operation Seroja, Timor-Leste, December 7, 1975. A snapshot of a very stylish Robert Downey Jr. from 1994. Operation Baby Lift was a mass evacuation of children from South Vietnam to the United States and other Western countries at the end of the Vietnam War, in April 1975. Over 3,300 infants and children were airlifted. Snowman made by students of the Police Academy Schutzpolizei in Mragowo-Sensburg, 1920s. America's largest all-boy family, barefoot in Manhattan, 1955. London Tube Station being used as a bomb shelter during Nazi bombings in the United Kingdom, 1940. Brad Pitt is seen in his youth during a photo shoot in 1987. This photo is one of a series of photos featured by Pop Sugar that were taken early in the actor's career. One of the most prolific murderers in history. Vasily Blokhin, Stalin's chief executioner, was personally responsible for the deaths of over 10,000 people, including political dissidents, rivals of Stalin and Polish military officers. A young Jackie Chan at an airport in the 1970s. Lady Diana Spencer arrives at St. Paul's Cathedral on her wedding day, revealing to the world the wedding dress which had been carefully guarded during its design. Marilyn Monroe, 1950s, ultimate icon. Sir Frederick Williamson, Director of Post Office Centre, receives the first airmail at Croydon Aerodrome for dispatch by plane across Britain, 1934. Copa girl Linda Lawson, also known as Miss Q, at the Sands Hotel wearing a mushroom cloud headpiece to promote nuclear testing in the 1950s. An Apache Indian kneels to kiss the hand of Pope John XXIII during an audience with a delegation of Indians, Vatican, 1961. American troops staging a gas attack, 1918. Italian medium Eusapia Palladino performing table levitation, 1890. Sir Alan Cobham and Squadron Leader Helmore refuel in mid-air during a non-stop flight to India, 1934. Beatles paper dresses circa 1964. A construction worker prepares to dismantle the original torch of the Statue of Liberty, 1985. Midnight with Miss Natalie Wood, photographed for the Great Race, 1965. Tim Burton and Danny DeVito on the set of Batman Returns, 1992. Barbara Bush and George Bush pose with children Neil Bush, George W. Bush, Jeb Bush and Marvin Bush in 1956. (1927) Bugatti Type 41 Royale Coupe Napoleon with family chauffeur. Loyalists of Georgian President Zviad Gamsakhurdia in Tbilisi during the Georgian Civil War, 1991-92. Aviator Harriet Quimby, Queen of the Air, first woman to fly the English Channel, died weeks later in a flying accident, Dover, England. April 1912. Margot Kidder and Christopher Reeve on the set of Superman, 1978. Mauritanian woman from Biskra, Algeria, 1870. Four grown men share a park slide and a moment of pure fun, United States, 1910s. Bono, Paul McCartney and Freddie Mercury, 1985. Winston Churchill and Consuelo Vanderbilt in 1902. Morgan Freeman in 1954. Israeli farmers facing a significant locust swarm in 1955. Babies awaiting adoption at the Homeless Children's Aid Society practice songs for a Christmas party in 1934. Three Kai Kolo Men, 1873. Mrs. House from Southampton goes shopping accompanied by one of her sheepdogs and her pet sheep named Joe, 1934. Mother Teresa speaking to college girls, 1973. Two couples of participants in the Mexican Revolution, circa 1910. When nylon stockings were in short supply, women painted them on their legs to create the effect of stockings, 1941. "12-year-old Monica Bellucci with her father." Kurdish fighters with captured Iraqi soldiers during the 1991 uprising. Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster in 1996. Two Tlingit girls have their photo taken near Copper River, Alaska, 1903. Emblazoned with the insignia of all 28 Allied Air Forces, the 15,000th P-40 Warhawk, to roll off the Curtiss Wright Assembly Line in Buffalo, New York, during a test flight on December 4, 1944. Lady Diana in 1993. Sebastião Salgado, Serra Pelada, Gold Mine, Brazil, 1986. Thomas Edison with his phonograph, 1878. Bulgarian soldiers making snow bears to pass the time. First Balkan War, vicinity of Edirne, 1912 to 1913. East Berliners are welcomed by the crowd as they enter West Berlin by car at Checkpoint Charlie on November 9, 1989. German soldiers surrendering on the Italian front, 1944. Times Square 1903 versus 2025, a century of change. Mila Jovovich in a shirt and hat by French designer Christian Lacroix, 1987. Creative method used to conceal and transport wine during Prohibition in the United States. New York, 1983. Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi sobbing during the funeral of Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser, 1970. Gaddafi idolized Nasser and considered him to be his personal hero. He was so distraught throughout the service that he fainted multiple times. Miss Vivian Bales of Albany, Georgia, who rode her motorcycle across the United States in 78 days in 1929. Arrested police officers from the Supreme Council's Security Detail, Moscow, October 4, 1993. Diana Spencer at home in Park House on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk, photographed by her father, John Spencer, 1970. Madonna in 1985. Queen Elizabeth II visited Finland in 1976 and was taken to the backwoods to see what kind of timber Finland exports to the United Kingdom. She refused to wear the legally required helmet in the logging area, tore her stockings and was given pancakes and vodka at lunch.